Yesterday was the regular monthly meeting of your Golden Rain Foundation Board, and President Lloyd Foster joins us today with some information about the meeting. And we were just discussing during the break that he does the same thing that we do here at Channel 6. We kind of look over the agenda a couple days ahead and say, oh, this one's going to take a long time, and this one they're going to breeze right through this one, and usually we're wrong.
That's right.
How much time it's going to take.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's talk about the one that really did, we thought was going to be more contentious than it perhaps was, and that was a discussion on the golf fees. Now, my understanding was this got added to the agenda kind of late in the game, and it didn't go through the normal Community Activities Committee. It was sort of just put on by one of the board members, I guess partly in response to the cost of the new Village Greens building, and people thought the golfers maybe should pay a little bit more. Some people think that.
Well, it really wasn't tied to the new building. We'd been talking about increasing golf fees for quite some time. It came about because when we were talking about putting in a cart washer at the new building, somebody said, well, we need to increase the fees to help pay for the cart washer because it was an add-on. And I think it was around $80,000 or something like that. And so that's what started the cart fee increase thing. And then as it went along, it rolled over into golf fees in general. And the director that put it on the agenda was tired of waiting, I guess, from what he said. He's been waiting 2 years to look at increased golf fees, and he put it on the agenda to get the ball rolling, so to speak.
Recently, the Friends of the Village had a joint meeting with the Community Civic Association in an evening, and they were discussing the concept of how things get paid for here, the so-called shared cost concept here in the village. And quite a bit of discussion. That's been discussed for 48 years, and it will continue to be discussed.
Still don't have a conclusion.
You know, some things are sort of considered perhaps sacred cows or will remain free. I know swimming in the buses have always been sort of mentioned as that. Golf used to be free, and then they started seeing people take a bucket of balls, go out and hit them all, and then go back home, and interrupting regular golf play. People were picnicking on the golf course, so some controls were needed and fees were needed to pay for all that. So things have evolved over the years, and we see things happening from time to time. So current position on the golf fees still under discussion?
It's still under discussion. The end result yesterday was we're going to establish a committee of the whole ad hoc committee to look at facility user fees across the board.
All right.
And we're going to take that away from CAC, or Community Activities Committee, because they just don't have time to look at all the fees fast enough.
And of course, we're getting into that budget process time of the year. We're in it right now, so perhaps an appropriate time to be thinking a bit about maybe how fees impact the budget and the business plan as well for 2013. Well, an item that surprised you as to the length of time it took, and perhaps surprised some of our viewers as well, was an item way down the list on community activities. It was the last item on the list. A motion to remove It's About Time artwork display from the Clubhouse 3 hallway. And it got into a lengthy discussion on bowling trophies, a Fez display from one of the clubs, benches, TV screens, and the retired member of our Orange County Fire Authority, as in the president, brought up the fire safety issue of you keep adding things and making getting out of that place in an emergency more difficult. So again, another one of our popular facilities, Clubhouse 3. People want to show things off, but everybody's got a different take on that as well.
That's right. And of course, the biggest discussion of that was centered on the display case.
Right.
A lot of misinformation out there, I think. One group thinks that it's going to be dumped and trashed and stowed in the dumpster somewhere. The other group says no, it's just to relocate it, and it turned into quite a discussion.
Right, and decisions on that were?
think that
still
was
discussing
the
it?
One,
back to CAC, I think, right?
No, I think it's going to be moved.
Okay. But then there were talk of a display, other displays
yes,
there, photography,
there was.
painting,
yes.
all kinds of things. So watch for a little bit of change at
Yeah.
Clubhouse 3. And again, if the fire authority people have their thoughts there, things may be narrowed.
Preempted.
Yeah, yeah, right, exactly. And safety is always an important issue. I know we're seeing last month at Community Activities Committee, Fire Authority made a presentation. They're even offering a special smoke detector for people that may have a hearing loss that is a visual and motion smoke detector. So safety, very, very important. I know our corporations have been going through a smoke detector reevaluation as well. The board certainly has lots of challenges ahead of it, and as you're moving into the budget process, obviously you'll be looking at some of those things. One thing that we're seeing that may have some uniformity now throughout the community is the signage. We know that United is doing some experimenting with some of the work they're doing on some prototype signing. United and Third have gotten involved with a joint committee, and Golden Rain certainly has Golden Rain signs out there as well as United and Third signs. So I think you're all trying to work together on the signs.
Well, on the signage issue, we addressed this probably 2 or 3 months ago at least, of setting up a joint ad hoc committee for signage throughout the community. And it was GRF's position at that time to let the mutuals take the lead because they have the most signs, and the signs are usually placed on mutual property. So we took the tack that you guys take the lead, develop what you want, and we'll just tag along. And now I guess from yesterday's discussion, they want us to be part of that right from the beginning. And we have no problem with that. And we did put 3 people on it, and we'll get it started.
All right, very good. You also had a presentation on legislation, primarily happening in Sacramento. Wendy Bucknam gave you an update on a couple of things, and the board is always in a position to take a position on these things, to say yes or no, we like this legislation, and we represent 18,000 people, so it has a little bit of clout. But with the GPRC committee going away this year, this is the venue now that you're going to get those presentations from Wendy and her folks.
Yes, we will get them through the board, but normally they go through our the reports that we used to get in the GPRC, go to media and communications.
Yeah, right. So
and then whenever they're looking for, when staff is looking for support or no support on a specific bill, they'll come to the board and get direction.
Right. So again, we'll be seeing, hearing more of that coming up as well. Well, lots of things going on, and again, you made the pitch that I've been making for about 25 years on this show, and that is at the budget time of the year, please come to the meetings, please share. We're really just in the beginning stages from a board standpoint on that, but any trends or anything you see right now in the budget that would be of interest to the folks, changes?
Not really.
Okay.
We're just coming up on the first version. We've gone through our capital expenditures committee proposals. The next one will be version 1 when it's all put together, and then we'll have an opportunity to see where we're sitting at cost-wise. And then from that point on, we'll take a look at it and adjust it up or down as we see what needs to be done for the community.
Right, and of course we'll be seeing soon thereafter United Mutual, Third Mutual, and Mutual 50 gearing up as well. And as most of our viewers know, what you pay each month is a combination of Golden Rain, shared mutual expenses, and your direct mutual charges as well. So plus individual things like if you're in a 3-story building with an elevator, you pay a little extra for that. If you live in certain places and certain amenities, you pay a little extra as well. So there's a lot of factors that impact the budget. Final things you'd like to add about yesterday's meeting?
I think the most important thing is for residents who are interested in the budget process to attend the committee meetings.
Right.
That's where you can enter into some type of dialogue with the board of directors and get your points across and make the adjustments.
Right, and that'll of course have an impact on what you folks will pay starting in January of 2013. If you're saying, well, how do I know when those meetings are? They're on our Channel 6 message board each evening. They're published in the pages of the Globe. There's what's called the Monday Memo, and people have access to that. There's also bulletin boards around the community, including one right down here on the first floor of this building, right across from the elevators, where they put up the most current agendas as well. So people get a lot of information that way. And of course, the agenda meetings, by and large, tend to be open, so you can actually go a week early and find out in advance what's coming up.
They'll also be on the website.
And on the website. And speaking of the website, that's going to be made available to the boards of United and Third as well. So again, that'll be coming up in the future, but I'm sure there'll be some more discussion at the Media and Communications Committee as well. Also on the website, we might add, is what we've just done today is going to be showing up in a few hours. We update this every month, so the one that's on there currently was last month, but there's the report from the April meeting. So you can catch those, again, United, Third, and GRF. The President's reports here on Channel 6 are on the website each month as well.
Very good.
More information coming your way. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
See you back here next month. If you missed that meeting yesterday, a replay comes up tomorrow, Thursday, starting at 1:30 here on Channel 6. And if you're busy tomorrow, next Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock, a final replay of the May meeting of your Golden Rain Foundation Board. Stay with us. We'll be right back.